I'm probably going to be the first one that's ever going to have to be airlifted out of here.
Hi, Daddy.
All right, I have left the Leroy A. Smith shelter. I'm about a half mile into my hike this morning. It's a little windy out there, a little bit chillier than usual, but it feels good for hiking. So I just want to kind of back up to yesterday with the initial hike out of Palmerton. That was the highlight of the day, and I'm going to remember it because there was a time there up on the face of that mountain that I was like, I'm probably going to be the first one that's ever going to have to be airlifted out of here. Because there was a point where I climbed up a section and I looked up and there was like nowhere to go. There was nowhere to put my hand to grab a ledge or whatever, and I had to come back down a little bit and then find another path up. And I would turn around and look down, and it's like, oh my God, what am I doing up here? But yeah, I managed to get out. Just took my time, picked my path, held on tight, and finally got out of there. There were great views up there, and I think I felt by the end of the day, a little demoralized. It was still like a 15-mile day, but I think my expectations were a little bit too high. Right after that climb, there was, a mile and a half of really smooth walking up on the ridge, nice views, and then it just turned into Pennsylvania again. So this morning, my expectations aren't set as high. I know what's coming. I'm into the first half hour and it's all rocks, so I'm going to take it slow and easy. I left camp around just a little bit after 7 a.m. and it's about a 14-mile hike to the next shelter up, and hopefully I'll get there before 2 or 3 o'clock and rest my ankles. So I got to camp last night and my left ankle was throbbing. There was no position I could put it in where it just wasn't throbbing. And I massaged my feet, did some stretches, and eventually it calmed down a little bit. But the shelter last night was in close proximity to like a parking lot, and I knew that going in. It's the weekend, so I expected there to be some local weekend campers, and there were. I tented, and a few hundred feet away there was a group of guys that were also camping that were local. And then later on, another group on the other side of me set up camp, and they both had campfires and everything. I was just like exhausted, not ready to really socialize or anything. But I was laying in my tent before dinner time, and I heard one of the guys walk over because they're crushing leaves and everything. And I was like, and the guy said, "Hey, sir," and I was like, "What's up?" And so he said, hey, we're going to be cooking steaks and wings, and we got some cold beers and a campfire, and we're going to do some smoking and all that stuff. He said, why don't you come on over and join us? And I said, man, that really sounds good, but I don't think I'm moving. So they went on to, they had the music going. Actually, they were younger guys, and they were playing Elvis Presley music, which surprised me. And that went on until about 10 o'clock, and then it just like died down. But the steaks that sounded great. It was tempting. But I was so tired yesterday, I didn't even cook anything. I just had a tuna packet and a protein bar. And I was like, I just laid down for the rest of the night. But the ankle's feeling better this morning. Like I said, my expectations are set a little bit lower today. And I'm ready to go. I'm 20 miles out from New Jersey. Today's hike's going to put me about 6 or 7 miles away from the border, which means tomorrow, if everything goes well, I will be in another state. And I think the cruel joke coming up here is New Jersey's going to be just like Pennsylvania. Even though Pennsylvania has a nickname of Rocksylvania, which, it kind of clues you in on what to expect. New Jersey doesn't have that nickname. It's not like it's Rock Jersey or anything like that. So, but we'll see what happens. It'll just be nice to cross the border into another state and see what's going to be going on in that state. I hope some deli sandwiches or something. But all right, we're going to get on with today's hike. You can see we got a nice sunny day ahead in the 60s, good hiking weather. So, onward. All right, so on a positive note for today's hike, I think I'm about halfway through and I'm just taking a little break on the trail. And I just want to say that everything's green, it's beautiful, the sun is out, it's about a 63-degree day, cool breeze, I love it. So I'm just trying to catch the positive in today's hike. It is brutal on the feet, but I'm not going to go into that. So I'm just taking it easy, taking a slow pace, and it should put me into my planned destination probably about 3.5 hours from now, so about 2 or 3 o'clock, and I'll be able to get an extended rest for my feet. So, but all the terrain and the lack of views, I want to say, is pretty much the same here all day. So there's really not a whole lot different to film. I had one or two views really early today, and that was about it. And then went down into Wind Gap, and then a climb back up. The rest of the trail to the next shelter is relatively flat, but rocky. So anyway, I'll film what I can, and I'll see you at the end of the day. All right, I am just past the Kirkridge shelter in Pennsylvania, my last overnight stop in Pennsylvania. 7 more miles into New Jersey. Tomorrow morning, weather should be good. So it was about a 14-mile day today. And Pennsylvania has been one for the books, one for the ages, that's for sure. So sleeping in kind of a stealth site tonight. I'm on top of a hill. It's got an excellent view down into whatever gap or valley that is. I might know that tomorrow, but looks like it's going to be a little bit windy up here. But just when you need to find a loose rock to kind of hold down the tent stakes. I'm in Pennsylvania, the land of rocks. I can't find loose rocks, but I eventually had to pull some off of a fire ring to just keep the tent stationary tonight. I don't want to blow away, but we'll see what happens. But not a bad day today. One ascent, one descent, so I was happy about that. Still plenty of rocks, goes without saying. My feet are doing better, much better than they were yesterday. So like I said, 14 miles, and I ended up around here around 2:45. So I've had some time to rest them up. So I'm encouraged about that, and I'm loving the weather out here. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you in New Jersey.